Harry, who's that standing next to the Queen? Is that a servant? That's what Harry wrote in his book Spare. How stupid is this man that he actually believes it? Or is it that he wanted to believe it?
Meghan Markle, as previously having been a quote yacht girl, there have been more revelations going viral from the past. And I want to show you this.
She was a yacht girl. That's right. It's mentioned in the book. Meghan used to entertain as a yacht girl.
Prince Andrew was reportedly detained 2 days ago as part of an ongoing investigation in the UK. The former royal's electronic devices were seized, and authorities confirmed that phones and computers connected to him are being reviewed under proper legal procedures. Documents collected during the search are now being processed as investigators follow standard protocol.
Britain's former Prince Andrew.
The reports are that Prince Andrew, the former Prince Andrew, has been arrested.
Meanwhile, in Montecito, California, attention online has shifted fast. Social media is buzzing with speculation about who might be connected to who and what private communications could reveal. But here's the key point. There is no confirmed evidence linking Meghan Markle to any criminal investigation.
Meghan, this is historic. There has not been a crisis like this in 90 years.
Claims flying around the internet remain just that, claims. This situation is about a legal case involving Andrew, and authorities have not publicly tied it to the Duchess of Sussex in any official capacity. Yes, the arrest has dominated headlines. Every major outlet has covered it. But when police execute a search warrant, they follow strict legal steps. Devices are cataloged. Data is reviewed carefully. Hard drives, laptops, phones, and documents are all handled according to procedure. That's how investigations work: methodical, detailed, and by the book.
Whoa, okay. The house and habit bombshell investigation into Meghan Markle is close to dropping.
Searches reportedly involved more than one property, including residences connected to Andrew. That means investigators are examining years of communications, names, contacts, schedules, and records. However, it's important to stress that reviewing data does not automatically imply wrongdoing by everyone mentioned in those files. Being in someone's phone or address book does not equal guilt. Right now, this remains a legal matter focused on Andrew. Authorities have not released findings, and no additional charges or connections have been officially confirmed. The internet may spin dramatic theories, but until verified facts come forward, everything else stays in the realm of speculation.
A man called Kevin Blatt. Now, he is a celebrity tape broker, ladies, where he describes a 2018 call from a woman claiming to possess a 4-year-old tape of a Meghan who is about to marry a prince.
Her name is Meghan, and she's about to marry a prince in England.
No.
What?
Yeah, this story's not true, too.
It is true. I believe this is Meghan.
Allegations like misconduct in public office or mishandling confidential documents are serious, and those issues are handled in court, not on social media. But when authorities seize devices during an investigation, they don't just skim the surface. They collect data, preserve it, and review it carefully under legal rules. That can include years of messages, calendars, contact lists, and social records. Still, being mentioned in someone's files does not equal guilt. Context matters, and investigators know that.
But this is a woman who drops truth bombs and who always keeps the receipts. And for some time, she has been promising major revelations to come on Meghan Markle, on Meghan Markle's past. And what we've seen overnight, Lauren, in a series of Instagram stories which precede what the investigation will reveal is quite something.
Before Meghan Markle became the Duchess of Sussex, she was working her way through Hollywood like many aspiring actors do. She took small television roles, attended charity events, and built professional connections. That's not unusual in the entertainment world. Networking often happens at private dinners, industry clubs, and invite-only gatherings. Rumors have circulated online for years about exclusive yacht parties and elite circles, But there has never been verified proof tying her to any illegal conduct. Speculation spreads fast, especially when fame is involved. It's important to separate verified facts from dramatic storytelling.
And here we have Andrew, with whom looks like Marcus Anderson. This is in 2001, when Meghan Markle would have allegedly been on third year. Meghan Markle hardly spent any time at Northwestern University.
Claims about secret gatherings in the Mediterranean, powerful billionaires, or shadowy guest lists have been repeated in blogs and videos, yet no official investigation has confirmed wrongdoing connected to Meghan. High-profile figures are often photographed at luxury events. That alone doesn't prove anything beyond attendance at a social function. Some independent commentators have spent years digging into celebrity networks, trying to map who met who and where. One researcher once used the phrase, "Scorpions don't sleep, they plot sometimes for years." It sounds intense, but dramatic language doesn't equal documented evidence.
Sarah Ferguson attended Tom Inskip's wedding in Jamaica in 2017. Meghan Markle was flown in private plane, allegedly belonging to Ron Burkle. Harry flew economy plus from the United Kingdom to Jamaica. And Fergie, Eugenie, and allegedly Andrew were at that wedding.
Public figures, especially royals and celebrities, attract layers of rumor that can blur the line between fact and fiction. A name that occasionally appears in discussions is Ron Burkle, a billionaire investor who was photographed with Meghan at a Soho House opening in Istanbul in 2015. Public photos confirm they attended the same event. However, attending a launch party at a members club is not proof of wrongdoing. Large events often bring together investors, actors, entrepreneurs, and media figures all in one room. Right now, any legal matter involving Prince Andrew stands on its own.
The Yacht Girl. Oh my God. Ghislaine Maxwell spoke. She said so. Virginia Roberts spoke. They both talked about Meghan Markle, but the world chose to ignore it. And even now, with these pictures out in the public domain, the press still refuses to expose Meghan Markle.
There has been no official statement linking Meghan Markle to criminal investigations. Until credible evidence is presented by authorities, claims about secret plots or hidden connections remain unverified theories, not established facts. Online discussions often point to overlapping social circles between wealthy investors, celebrities, and public figures. For example, Ron Burkle's name has appeared in various media reports over the years because he moves in elite business and entertainment spaces. That alone doesn't prove wrongdoing. It simply reflects how interconnected high-profile networks can be.
We really never thought we'd see anything like this. There are currently 2 teams of police on the King's estate, searching the King's property.
When famous people attend the same events repeatedly, photos resurface and theories grow fast. Some commentators even fixated on small details, like Burkle appearing in similar outfits at multiple events, spinning it into speculation about timelines. But repeating clothing choices isn't evidence of a grand strategy. It can just be personal style.
And I wonder if Prince Andrew's going to come out and say, "Hey, Harry, I did your wife quite a few times on yachts before you got her."
In high society circles, images get recycled, reposted, and stripped of context, which makes it easy for internet theories to snowball without solid proof. Another question that gets raised online is how an actress working on a cable show in Toronto could attend high-end gatherings with ultra-wealthy guests. The entertainment industry runs heavily on networking. Agents, producers, investors, and brand executives often mix at private events. That's not unusual in Hollywood culture.
She'd been a Deal or No Deal girl. She was calling herself a model, and she was starring in a show Suits. She used to charge almost $30,000 per trip, which is why she was making good money. It wasn't on Suits, it was on her yachting trips.
Being invited into affluent rooms can happen through management teams, business partnerships, or charity affiliations. It doesn't automatically signal anything improper. Some independent investigators and commentators have suggested introductions at certain events seemed carefully arranged. But arranged introductions are standard practice in business and entertainment spaces. That's literally how networking works. Whether any of those connections overlapped with people later facing legal trouble remains unproven, and no court has established that Meghan Markle was involved in wrongdoing connected to Prince Andrew.
I certainly think, this guy, Andrew, what he's done to this family is absolutely appalling, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
One central figure in Andrew's legal troubles was Virginia Giuffre, who brought a civil case against him in the United States. Her lawsuit led to a reported settlement of £12 million in 2022. Giuffre had spoken publicly about her experiences and said she pursued accountability for survivors. Discussions around her case remained sensitive and serious, and they were handled through the legal system, not social media speculation.
Meghan Markle was known as a hardcore yacht partying person, ready for anything.
In December 2021, Giuffre's attorney, David Boies, told the Daily Beast that his team had considered potentially seeking testimony from Meghan Markle as a witness. His reasoning at the time was procedural. Meghan lived in the U.S., and as a member of the extended royal family by marriage, she might have been in a position to provide relevant observations. Importantly, Meghan was never accused of wrongdoing in that case, and the matter was settled before any depositions took place.
The privacy laws are pretty strong here, and that's what she used as a weapon at the time. So there were quite a few things about her personal life. I'll work them into another book, I think.
Oh my goodness, Tom Bauer. I love that deep tease right there. That's something that we can look forward to.
Boies' use of the phrase close associate referred to Meghan's family connection through Prince Harry, not to any alleged prior involvement in Andrew's activities. No court filing accused her of misconduct, and no evidence has surfaced linking her to criminal behavior. While online speculation often revisits old quotes and reinterprets them dramatically, legal language has specific meanings that don't automatically imply guilt.
This is what we needed, Dan. The news agenda has aged me rapidly. This is what we need to see. We need to see some investigations into Meghan.
At this point, Prince Andrew's legal matters stand separate. Meghan Markle has not been charged, accused, or officially linked to criminal investigations in connection with those cases. The internet may connect dots loudly, but without verified evidence presented in court, those connections remain theories, not facts. When high-profile legal teams mention potential witnesses, it can spark headlines for a day. And then the news cycle moves on. That's how modern media works.
20 years ago, that woman would not be able to marry a working member of the British royal family. Even though she's an actress, even though she's playing a role, that is just beneath the British royal family.
In the civil case involving Prince Andrew, attorneys publicly discussed the possibility of calling several people connected to the royal family as witnesses. Meghan Markle's name was floated as someone who might have relevant information because she lived in the United States and had married into the family. That was procedural talk, not an accusation of wrongdoing.
Evidently, this is an investigation that has spanned many, many years. She's very detailed and forensic. So I think Meghan Markle will be panicking because at the end of the day, Dan, things don't make sense with Meghan Markle. That's a fact.
The case ultimately settled before any depositions happened. That means no testimony was taken, no questions were asked under oath, and no conclusions were drawn about what any potential witness may or may not have known. When a case resolves, media focus shifts quickly. It may feel sudden, but legally, that's normal once litigation ends. Over the years, independent bloggers and online commentators have tried to map out Meghan's pre-royal career, tracking events, travel dates, and industry connections. That kind of online sleuthing has become common in the digital age.
And then here's the mic drop, Lauren. A picture of Virginia Giuffre, the late Virginia Giuffre, as a much younger woman, with the words, "And maybe it will make sense now why VG," clearly a reference to Virginia Giuffre, "originally wanted Meghan to testify at her trial."
However, assembling timelines from social media posts and event photos is not the same as proving misconduct. Public figures attend charity galas, industry launches, and private clubs all the time without it implying anything improper. The phrase "yacht girl" has circulated in online forums, often used loosely to describe models or actresses attending luxury events. But it's important to be clear, there is no verified evidence that Meghan engaged in illegal or unethical activity tied to those rumors. Repeating unproven labels doesn't turn speculation into fact. Since Prince Andrew's reported arrest, some commentators have suggested that digital evidence could surface new information about past associations. That is purely hypothetical.
Sarah Ferguson is as cunning and as deviant and as skanky as Rachel Meghan Markle. She just was lucky that when she was doing all her skankiness, the internet was not around.
Investigations focus on specific alleged offenses. Authorities review material relevant to the case at hand, not unrelated rumors. There has been no official statement from law enforcement linking Meghan Markle to any criminal investigation. Before any arrest, Meghan's early career was already the subject of intense online speculation. After the arrest, some voices claim it could shift from rumor to evidence. But until law enforcement publicly confirms such a connection, which they have not, those claims remain unverified theories. Right now, any seized material is in the hands of investigators working under legal limits and oversight. The focus remains on the specific allegations tied to Andrew. Everything else being discussed online is speculation, not established fact.
Something that Virginia Giuffre's lawyer, David Boyes, had previously gone public to the Daily Beast about. So wow, I have been in contact with Jessica Reed-Krause for some time. I have been waiting for her to drop this investigation so desperately.
When high-profile attorneys mention someone as a potential witness, it can spark headlines, but it doesn't automatically mean there's hidden drama behind the scenes. In the civil case involving Prince Andrew, Meghan Markle's name was briefly floated as a possible witness because of her marriage into the royal family. That question, what she might have known, was never pursued, and the case was settled before any testimony happened. In legal terms, that's not unusual at all. Cases shift direction fast once settlements are reached. Some online commentators argue that the media moved on too quickly, but news cycles move at lightning speed, especially when there's no formal accusation or subpoena filed.
Prince Harry really seems fired up about is this incident where he allegedly punches Prince Andrew at a family gathering because he overhears something Prince Andrew said behind his back. This is unrelated to Meghan Markle, and I think that I've seen that get mixed up a couple of times.
Yes, it has. That's one of the problems.
Because
Meghan was never charged, never deposed, and never named as a defendant. Without official action, the story simply didn't have legal weight to carry it further. There are also claims that independent researchers have been mapping Meghan's pre-royal career for years, cross-referencing events, travel timelines, and public appearances. That kind of scrutiny often follows celebrities who marry into royalty. However, compiling social photos and guest lists doesn't equal evidence of wrongdoing. It shows proximity, not proof.
You know, this is what Meghan has been doing. She's a piece of Klingon, you know, like she clings to somebody who can get her there. So Meghan manages to befriend one person of a very popular group, and then that person introduces her to the others. And because that she's being brought in by somebody they trust, she's welcomed in.
The term yacht girl has circulated in certain online spaces, often used loosely and without verified backing. It's important to be clear. There is no proven evidence that Meghan Markle engaged in illegal or improper conduct tied to those rumors. Repeating a label doesn't transform speculation into fact. Allegations require documentation, sworn testimony, or court findings, and none of that has surfaced against her in this context.
Her man serves her no purpose. Does that sound familiar? Fergie saying, oh, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. Why? Because now she no longer has the use of the title.
As for the idea that Prince Andrew's seized devices could suddenly change everything, that's another leap. When law enforcement gathers evidence, they focus on the matter under investigation. Data is reviewed within legal scope. Simply being in someone's contact list or attending overlapping events does not imply involvement in misconduct. Context is everything in legal review. Now, shifting to Sarah Ferguson, public statements can evolve over time.
The Virginia Giuffre book, Prince Andrew believed it was his birthright to have sex with me. It's a horrible, horrible quote. It shows just how entitled this man really was to these things.
In 2019, she spoke positively about Meghan in interviews, including comments to Vogue Arabia, where she described her as modern and relatable. By 2023, when asked by The Telegraph, she said, "I don't really know Meghan. I haven't really met her." That contrast sparked curiosity online. But public relationships within royal circles can be complex, influenced by media scrutiny, shifting alliances, and personal boundaries. Changing tone doesn't automatically signal scandal.
Many people in this world are lost. It's excruciating to live with past mistakes. It is so difficult. I always would like to change so many things in my past, but I can't. I've got to move forward, and it's very difficult to go back over them.
Prince Harry did recount in Spare that Ferguson demonstrated a curtsy before Meghan met Queen Elizabeth II. That moment shows they interacted. However, brief personal encounters don't necessarily equal an ongoing close relationship. People sometimes use polite praise early on and later clarify the depth of their connection. That's not unheard of in public life. There have been media reports suggesting Ferguson has received offers for interviews, and tabloids often speculate about potential tell-alls. But until she actually speaks, it remains speculation.
Because there have been so many questions about her past for some time, so many suggestions. Was she operating as a yacht girl? How was she making her money? How was she traveling around the world? Maybe we're going to get some of those answers from House and Habits.
Headlines thrive on tension, especially within royal narratives. At this stage, Prince Andrew's legal issues remain separate matters handled through the justice system. Meghan Markle has not been charged or formally linked to criminal activity in connection with those investigations. Online theories may connect dots dramatically, but without verified court evidence, they remain exactly that, unproven theories. Prince Andrew has long been described as moving through elite social circles that stretched from royal residences to private retreats overseas. Today, reports say investigators have collected devices, documents, and travel records connected to him as part of an ongoing legal process. That material is being reviewed under strict procedures. But let's be clear.
Everything happened because of Fergie. Meghan Markle was introduced by Sarah Ferguson to Prince Harry.
Evidence gathered in one investigation does not automatically implicate everyone who ever crossed paths with him. Andrew's public standing has undeniably shifted over the years. He stepped back from official royal duties, lost military titles, and faced intense scrutiny following civil litigation in the United States, which ended in a financial settlement without admission of liability. Biographers and commentators have offered sharp opinions about his conduct and character, but those are perspectives, not court verdicts. Some media voices speculate that if someone feels isolated or under pressure, they might cooperate fully with investigators. That's common in many legal situations. However, cooperation does not mean trading secrets about unrelated individuals. Law enforcement focuses on specific alleged offenses. They do not launch fishing expeditions into unrelated rumors just because names appear in contact lists. Meghan Markle has publicly spoken about feeling unsupported by palace systems during difficult media periods. In interviews, she discussed perceived double standards within the institution. That's her experience and perspective. But connecting those interviews to separate legal matters involving Andrew is a leap not supported by verified evidence. There has been no official statement linking her to criminal investigations in this context. It's important to avoid merging separate narratives into one dramatic storyline. Prince Andrew's legal issues stand on their own. Meghan Markle has not been charged, accused, or formally implicated in criminal wrongdoing tied to those matters. Online speculation may intensify whenever arrests or document seizures happen, but speculation is not proof. Right now, any materials collected by authorities are being handled by investigators operating within the law. Until credible findings are released publicly, everything beyond confirmed facts remains conjecture. If new developments emerge, they will come through official channels, not internet theories. As always, focus on verified information over viral claims. Legal outcomes are determined in courtrooms, not comment sections.